Court-martial is open. The prisoners may be seated. This is a general court-martial, and we shall therefore dispense with unnecessary formalities. These men are charged with cowardice in the face of the enemy and will be tried for that offense. Mr. Prosecutor.
Call the accused, Private Farrell.
Mr. President. Will the prosecutor question the witnesses without even reading the indictment?
Please don't take up the court's time with technicalities. The indictment is lengthy, and there's no point in reading it.
Well, the defense has a right to know the exact accusation.
The indictment is that the accused showed cowardice in the face of the enemy during the attack on the ant hill. Proceed, Mr. Prosecutor.
Call the accused, Private Farrell.
Private Farrell.
Yes, sir?
Were you in the first wave during the attack on the ant hill?
Yes, sir?
Did you refuse to advance?
No, sir.
Did you advance?
Yes, sir?
How far did you advance?
To about the middle of no man's land, sir.
Then what did you do?
There were machine gun bullets landing all around.
Answer the question. What did you do?
Well, I saw that me and Maya,
I didn't ask
sir.
you what you saw. The court has no concern with your visual experiences.
My what, sir?
The prisoner will reply to the question.
Yes, sir. What question was it?
You advanced to the middle of no man's land. What did you do then?
Then, sir?
Did you go back or forward?
I went back, sir.
In other words, Private Farrell, you retreated.
Yes, sir.
That's all. The accused may return to his seat.
Just a minute. Mr. President, I'd like to question the witness, if I may.
Proceed, Colonel.
Thank you. Now, Private Farrell, when you reached the middle of no man's land, were you alone with Private Meyer?
Yes, sir?
What happened to the rest of your company?
Well, I don't know, sir. I guess the rest of them had been killed or wounded.
You found yourself in the middle of no man's land alone with Private Meyer.
Yes, sir.
Why didn't you attack the anthill single-handed? Why didn't you storm the anthill alone?
Just me and Maya? You're kidding, sir.
Yes, I'm kidding, Private Farrell. Thank you. That's all.
I don't see the point of this line of questioning.
Well, I'm attempting to indicate, sir, the utter absurdity of the line of questioning used by the prosecutor.
Mr. Prosecutor?
So you freely admit, Private Farrell, that you retreated.
Yes, sir. Me and Maya both.
The accused may return to his seat. Private Arnaud, did you advance?
Yes, sir. Until I was ordered back to the trenches by Captain Lenoir.
How far did you advance?
Into the wire, sir.
The, enemy wire, I suppose.
No, sir, it was our wire.
You mean to tell me that you didn't advance any further than our wire?
No, sir, I didn't.
How far would you say that was? How many meters?
Well, I advanced as far as I could.
How many meters?
Not many.
Not many. Now, Private Arnold, before you were ordered back, did you urge your fellow soldiers forward?
Most of them were dead or wounded before they got 3 steps beyond the trenches.
Reply to the question.
I didn't urge them on. No, sir.
Thank you.
Private Arnaud. At ease, please. Aside from your sad failure to give throat to spirited battle cries, was your behavior different in any respect from that of the other men in your company?
Objection. That's a matter of conjecture.
Sustained.
Did any men in your company get beyond our wire?
No, sir.
Is it true that you've been designated a coward simply and purely because you drew a slip of paper marked X?
Yes, sir.
I don't see that that's significant. It's accepted practice in the French army to pick examples by lot. And since this entire company advanced only a few meters, picking by lot was eminently fair in this case.
Well, I'd like to point out that this soldier has distinguished himself in some of the bloodiest battles of the war. With the court's permission, I'll read citations for bravery that he's already earned on 2 occasions. First, citations in the orders in the Army for bravery.
That's immaterial, Colonel. The accused is not being tried for his former bravery, but for his recent cowardice. Medals are no defense.
May I call witnesses to his character?
You may not. But you may call witnesses to the effect that he reached the German wire.
Mr. President, No one in the entire regiment got anywhere near the German wire, including myself.
Call the next accused. If you're through, Colonel.
So you never even left the trenches?
No, sir.
That's all.
Corporal Paris, why didn't you leave the trenches?
Major Vignon was shot and he fell back on top of me, sir, and knocked me cold.
And were you lying unconscious in the trenches during the entire attack?
Yes, sir.
That's all.
Have you any witnesses to that?
No, sir. I guess everybody was too busy to notice me. And there were so many others lying dead anyway.
But you have no witnesses?
No, sir. I only have a rather large cut on my head, sir.
That could have been self-inflicted later. Thank you. You may stand down. Mr. Prosecutor, you can make
I
a
ask this court to find the accused guilty
And impose the penalties prescribed by the Code of Military Justice.
Colonel, would you like to make your plea?
Gentlemen of the court, there are times when I'm ashamed to be a member of the human race, and this is one such occasion. It's impossible for me to summarize the case for the defense since the court never allowed me a reasonable opportunity to present my case.
Are you protesting the authenticity of this court?
Yes, sir. I protest against being prevented from introducing evidence that I consider vital to the defense. The prosecution presented no witnesses. There has never been a written indictment of charges made against defendants. And lastly, I protest against the fact that no stenographic records of this trial have been kept. The attack yesterday morning is no stain on the honor of France. And certainly no disgrace to the fighting men of this nation. But this court-martial is such a stain and such a disgrace. The case made against these men is a mockery of all human justice. Gentlemen of the court, to find these men guilty would be a crime to haunt each of you to the day you die. I can't believe that the noblest impulse of man, his compassion for another, can be completely dead here. Therefore, I humbly beg you, show mercy to these men.
The accused will be escorted back to the guardroom. The hearing is closed. The court will now retire to deliberate.
For the help of thy grace, to do Paris, to amend my life. What am I to die for, Mother? What am I to die for?
We do not question the will of God, my son.
But I fought the battlefield. Why don't they die? Why do you put them to death?
Showed courage in the face of the enemy, my son. Show it now before your own troops.
I'm scared. I'm scared.
Brace yourself, man. Brace yourself. He said, this day thou shalt be with me in paradise.
Really, Father?
Yes.
Really, Father? I've never seen my wife again, Father. I've never seen nobody again, Father.
Courage and brace yourself.
I can't help it, Father. Oh, Christ. Praise me, God. Please praise me. What do I die for?
In the name of the French people, Corporal Philip Paris, Private Maurice Farol, and Private Pierre Arnaud of the 701st Regiment, having been found guilty of cowardice in the face of the enemy, are to be executed by rifle fire immediately, in accordance with the judgment of the military court-martial.
You want a blindfold? Yes. Please. I want to die. Do you want a blindfold?